Hey guys, it's Rolvix here, and this is the series where I talk about whatever the title is, and in this one we are going to be talking about how KSI made the sport of boxing go viral. So to start off, KSI and this other YouTube star named Joe Weller had some internet beef.
Alright, yeah, I'll take that.
And they were going back and forth until they decided to have a boxing match to settle who the better man is, I guess. And you all know KSI won pretty convincingly, and then he decided to call out the most popular YouTubers on the scene as of that time, which is Logan and Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
And they didn't like how they got called out, so KSI originally was gonna fight Jake Paul, but he was too much of a so he nominated his brother to fight KSI. And he would go on to fight the younger brother of KSI, Deji. And as you all know, Jake Paul beat Deji with a round 5 TKO, and KSI and Logan Paul drew. But some would say that KSI was robbed, but then it led to KSI to fight Logan Paul again for even more suspense. And this led for their fans to become more fans to the sport of boxing, and they all wanted to see who would win, which, as you all know, unless you were living under a rock, my boy KSI took the dub. But even though KSI won, Logan wasn't a loser per se. He just won a ton of money, and with his rising popularity from the UK fans would ultimately be a dub. For them both, neither one of them were hurt, and neither one of them were knocked out, so they both still had their ego, and they both still made a ton of money off the fight. And now we have moved on to Jake Paul, which is the less respected from the two, and he has been in a lot of scandals, but we won't talk about that today. So he has been forced to fight KSI's sparring partner, Nissan Gibb, and we've seen the memes of him getting TKO'd round 1 from the 3 knockdown rule, and Jake's ego would have been at an all-time high. And now that he has fought KSI's younger brother and his best friend, you'd think it would be the best time for KSI to fight Jake Paul. But it still hasn't happened till this day, and Jake Paul has gone on to fight one terrible fighter, Nate Robinson, and a retired wrestler, but the fans that love KSI also go to see Jake Paul fights in hopes of him getting knocked out. But that still hasn't happened, and it leaves fans wondering when KSI will fight Jake Paul. Because even if you want Jake to win or lose, you're still watching boxing, and the one variable that will never lose, no matter who loses or wins, is the sport of boxing.